The only thing remotely intriguing about Ant-Man 3 is Kang. And my boss goes, they should have just called it Kang Quantumania and had Ant-Man show up midway through to try and stop him just to get steamrolled. And I'm like, you know what? That would be fine. That would be in character for Ant-Man. I just want to point out, they recasted the daughter for seemingly no reason. The original actress got nothing except "you're not coming back." So,
Wow.
weird choice, Disney, but okay. I don't know why they couldn't reuse the actress from Endgame. I'm already mad about the plot summary that they've given us because it implies that for like 10 years this chick knew what was going on in the quantum realm with Kang and just conveniently said nothing.
Ryan.
And just conveniently
No, no,
said
no.
nothing.
Ryan.
Hello. Hi. I'm here now.
Oh,
Hello,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, they save this woman. Her name is Janet Van Dyne. She is Ant-Man's mentor's wife. So what happens is they save her. It's a big happy reunion. And then they get blipped by Thanos and they come back later, obviously, when everyone else does. But
Right.
this movie takes place a significant period of time after. Long enough after so that Paul Rudd is taking in all the fame with all his family and friends, right? So the trailer dialogue as well as the plot summary information we have implies that she knows Kang is in the quantum realm plotting something and she just said nothing.
Damn.
So
Bitch.
exactly. Thank you for saying the word.
Mark.
Thank you for
I'm trying to go along with it.
thank you for
Yeah, see,
thank
I'm
you.
nice and wholesome. I can't say any of this stuff you can. You're
Voice.
gonna be the one who will swear after 15 seconds of the video. Hi, YouTube.
Hi YouTube.
Don't think I haven't noticed.
Screw you, Susan. And then there's the retcon where Scott is apparently negligent to his family, so much to the point where his daughter starts acting out and rebelling and going to like prison and stuff, which like okay, that's character assassination of the highest degree because in every one of his appearances, both in his movies and in his crossovers, Ant-Man has been fully family all the way. When I saw this, I was it looks retarded, don't get me wrong. It was always going to though.
It looks quite retarded.
It was always going to though.
It looks like he got stung by about 10 bees.
Definitely on the nose. And then he shows up in the trailer with the blue mask. So I'm like, okay. See? I'm like, yeah, good. Thank you. You gave him the suit. You gave him the comic accurate suit. You finally gave me a comic accurate suit. Thank God. Oh. I'm so sick of all the comic accurate suits being like memed on and gagged on by the studio. Like, hello, if it wasn't for those comic accurate suits being so flashy to get people to buy the comics, you would not have been making this universe.
It's like the bit in DMC Devil May Cry where the new protagonist puts on the old protagonist's hairstyle and he's like, not in a million years. Like a total fuck you to the fan base.
Like, yeah, that wasn't even yeah, it was so weird. That one was like the most spiteful, out of pocket, weirdly out of place, unfunny reference I've ever seen in DMC Devil May Cry when Dante does that. I feel like that one could have been done better if it happened near the end of the game, and instead of being like a ridiculing insult, he like looks at himself in the mirror, like considers it for a second, and then goes, not my style, and then like ditches it.
Yeah.
Like something like that. Cause remember, he's not like the classic rock that OG Dante is. He's supposed to be like emo edge rock, which can work. So if you had him say like,
if you do it right. If you do it right.
if you had him be like, not my style, whatever, and then just like ditch it casually, as opposed to just like, not in a million years. But anyways, yeah. So
I'm trying to find the picture of the like boardroom meeting on the pitch. Oh yeah, I found it.
oh, where they had like the weird
Dante is not.
he's actually this, and they had like the weirdly homophobic twist on it, where they were like, yeah, Dante's not a gay cowboy. He's a fight. He's Mr. Durden from friggin' Fight Club, and I'm like, no, he isn't.
What is this music?
Yeah, she's saying he can rewrite existence, meaning she knows this. She encountered this. And in the other trailer, she has a line and goes, "There's something I've never told you." Janet Van Dyne is a supervillain, and if she is not killed by one of the heroes by the end of this movie, then the MCU's morals are even more skewed than after WandaVision. I feel like the writers of WandaVision originally were doing, because if you watch the first 4 episodes, it is very different than the last 6. But my point, that's not a condoning, by the way. Nobody go watch WandaVision, please. God, it's a terrible show. Don't watch WandaVision.
Not even as a hate watch.
Not even as a hate watch. It's not even worth it on that. So, the first 4 episodes of WandaVision are A, good, and B, way different tonally than the rest of the show, which leads me to believe that I think they were doing a House of M adaptation, but then they sort of walk it back at the very end, and it's very, very bad, to say the least. You know how Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Reach of Memories, and Kingdom Hearts 2 came out first, right?
Yep.
And you know how it had it was okay. The continuity was not perfect, but it was strong enough for people to be like, heck yeah, let's go. And then for the next 13 years, nothing captured the magic quite like that original trilogy of games ever again.
Yeah, sure, I can get that.
Disney, Marvel, is pretty much doing the exact same thing, except catastrophically worse. Kingdom Hearts 3's worst retcons have nothing on the absolute, free stream, convoluted disregard for continuity I have never seen something with such a flagrant disregard for continuity than Doctor Strange 2. It also suffers from the Kingdom Hearts effect, where if you did not watch everything that came before, you're either going to get the wrong idea or you're going to be completely in the dark and confused. I had a friend who hadn't seen WandaVision, and he goes, "Why is she a villain now?" I went back. This was back before I was banned on Twitter, and when I was on Twitter, I saw a bunch of people who clearly hadn't watched WandaVision they were thinking that Wanda was the good guy and Doctor Strange was the aggressor. And I was like, no. She literally killed a father of 4, but okay. There's no tension here because we know Doctor Strange isn't going to die because he's the main character. And we know Wanda's not going to die because Disney won't let her. So every time they fight for the 60, 70 times they clash throughout the movie, there's absolutely no tension, and I could not care less. I like how the meme that Ant-Man is the irrelevant palette cleanser is proving through in the stream segment right now, because we're watching the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer, and we've talked about literally everything else, and we're 51 seconds into a 2-minute trailer. My boss is named Brian, big, muscular, awesome black man. Big friend of mine. Anyways, he said, "Dude, I'm so glad Jonathan Majors is in anything other than a slavery movie for once in his career."
Damn.
And I was like, oof.
I'm so glad Jonathan Majors landed another role that is big for his career.
And I'm glad he has the right idea. He did some research on who Kang is, and he goes, "Oh, wow, this guy is there's millions of copies of him from millions of timelines and dimensions. Cool, that means I will get to be able to ham this guy up and play 10 different versions of the character during my tenure in the MCU." And I'm like, heck yeah. I would not be surprised, because we already saw the pretentious philosopher in Loki who got killed. And then I think that this is going to be the sci-fi tyrant, and this one will also get killed. Possibly. Because Kang's whole shtick is he shows up and he gets defeated, but they're like, yeah, that was Kang number 69. Throw his helmet on the pile. Do you guys know who this is?
Kang?
No, the big. Do you not see the big fat white head in the gold chair with the little purple arm?
Oh, okay.
Here, I'm gonna show you. Mental organism designed only for killing.
Oh, MODOK.
Are you familiar with this character, Ryan?
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Yeah, I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
He's better adapted in that game than he is in most other things. So yeah, he looks kind of goofy.
I cannot get down with this music.
I can't either. I'm so sick.
boring.
I am so sick of
I'm
the
tired of
boring
these.
cookie cutter Marvel orchestral music. I hated it here. I hated it in
tired
Bayonetta
of the
3.
tribal
I
drums
hated
on
it in everything. Ugh.
It's like they always need tribal drums and horns, and you can literally make an epic sound anytime you want with tribal drums and horns.
Dude, I hate it. And then
Choir.
every single Marvel movie, unless it's the Guardians of the Galaxy, in their trailer, at some point is gonna have chun chun da, da, or something. You know, it's so predictable. Okay, I do want to say I think he looks cool with his helmet on.
Yeah, he looks kind of better.
He looks half decent with his helmet on. How much do you want to bet that Marvel is going to use these decent designs only for this movie and then kill off both of these characters?
It wouldn't surprise me.
That's the trend that I find. I like his comic accurate design. I know it looks bad. I just like that they finally gave me a comic accurate design. This movie's probably gonna suck, but it's gonna get 0.1 points from me for the fact that Kang looks comic accurate. My favorite Robert Eggers movie is actually right here. I have the collector's edition. It is
Lighthouse?
No, it's The Northman.
Oh, fair enough. I love that one too. The Lighthouse is probably my favorite.
I have The Lighthouse too, and I do love The Lighthouse, but I find The Northman more fun to enjoy. Like my dad watched The Lighthouse. He was like, "Okay, that was trippy. That was cool." My mom was like, "Why did you show me a video with men touching? Why did you show me a movie with men touching themselves?" And I'm like, and I'm like, people do things when they go crazy, Mom. I don't know how I feel about it coming out in February because Guardians of the Galaxy is supposed to come out in May, and if this movie doesn't perform to Disney standards, they might delay Guardians of the Galaxy. Which would make me very sad.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
No, because Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be the last guaranteed good MCU movie. Don't delay my peak. Don't delay my peak.
You're afraid they're going to delay it and make it poor in the delay process?
Make it absolute garbage.
Well, no. Morbius is a prime example of how constant delays...
Dude, I remember watching your old VODs and seeing you talk about, the new Morbius movie's coming out. I'm so excited. It's going to be so awesome.
Well, no, here's the thing. I'm gonna start crying. Why did you bring that up? I just wish my favorite Marvel character ever got a good treatment ever.
We have to make our own Morbius.
No, here's the thing. He can't even get a good thing in the comics. He shows up and immediately gets jobbed. I hate it.